So we have a sunny day. Thank God for that. It has been the most miserable January and February, really has. Literally half a day in January and maybe half a day so far in February where it was nice and bright. And yes, last week of February and we finally have a nice sunny day. I've just cleared this shed out, tidied it up a bit. This had the big bench here all winter to dry out and to preserve it a little bit longer. So I've moved that out into its place for the summer, spring and summer and autumn. And that's allowed me to just tidy up. The shed was a bit damp. You can see down there and up there we've had a leak. It's just been constant rain, and if it's blown in a certain direction it gets in above where the leading should be, where it connects to the garage. So I've got to get up on the roof when it's all dried out, hopefully in the next month or two, see what I can do and see if I can repair it, and if not I'll get somebody else in to do it. But yeah, a lot of stuff was a bit mouldy in here a bit. There's I can see up there as well there's a problem, so I've got to sort out that. I've thrown away one or two bits and pieces and learned that you shouldn't keep books in here during the winter because that's all feels just a bit damp. So yeah, hopefully now we can air this place on a more regular basis by propping those doors open, and it should dry out a bit and we'll start using it again as it should be. Tidied up some of my tools. I've given everything a bit of a clean. They've all been WD-40'd. This bench has gone a little bit damp, so that's obviously getting water on, but it's not too bad. I think it'll be all right. We'll let that dry out again and that should be okay, as long as we get the roof sorted out this spring and summer. So in the main garage, so this has been taken over by business stuff, and we've decided that it's not going to continue like that. We're going to scale back a little bit. We don't particularly need to sell certain things. We enjoy selling Kirsten's curiosities, all the different sort of vintage and antique stuff. I like doing my prints and pictures, watercolours, oils, that sort of stuff. We're going to do a little bit of the army surplus, but all new stuff. So you do get certain army surplus where they've ordered too many things like this. These are vests which we can buy in bulk, do one listing and just have a sort of almost passive income on. Things like the boots and stuff, which I've done really well with in this last year and a half. They're good profit, but they're also problematic. People ordering, say, a 9, and then after you've sent them, they say, oh, these don't fit, I'm a size 10. Or moaning about the fact that we're selling second-hand boots, we give them sort of 24 pictures of the condition, and then they send them back because they're not brand new shiny boots. So things like that we're going to stop, and also things like this, the roll mats. We do really well with the roll mats, but again they take up so much space. That's 2 massive boxes of roll mats, and I make maybe £4 each time we sell one. They don't cost me very much money at all, but for the amount of space that they're taking up, we're going to get rid of those as well. So the plan is, over this year, is to get all of this stuff cleared. So I've got my garage back and I can use it to do woodworking stuff, DIY stuff, and just enjoy this space again. Although it's nice outside, it is breezy, so if I go out there, I'm going to get interference from the wind on the microphone. So the main job we've done this year, or during the winter, January and February in particular, is just on the few times that it has stopped raining, we've gone and mulched all the beds, or the vast majority of them, the flower borders, the woodland planting section and some of the other beds. Not managed to quite have enough of our own compost to do everything, but the vast majority. So I'll take a video of that, but I'll put a bit of music on because it's too windy at the minute. So since I spoke last, it was about a week ago, and it's rained every single day. So if we just come out here, I don't know, half a dozen times a year for the dogs, to do what dogs do, but can't get on the grass at all, can't get on the borders. The woodland section, apart from two Jack Russells using it as a toilet, is looking really, really nice. But yeah, can't appreciate it because just can't get on the grass at all. Just been really heavy rain as well, consistent rain for this last week. So we're into March now, and yeah, it's not good. It's not been good at all. You all right, Benji? You ready to go in? Yeah? Me too. Absolutely sick of this weather. So I haven't done loads, but started off a few of the seeds. Spring onions coming up all right, broad beans, sugar snap peas. Nothing from those global onions yet, and they're getting on a bit late now. But and there Kirsten's flowers over there. Just haven't really felt the motivation to crack on too soon this year. I wonder why. So we had to put this pallet fence up in a rush last year, as I didn't have any other wood, and Benji got through the hedge and onto the lane, which leads onto the main road. So yeah, so it was put up last May, I think it was, looking back on my videos, and it's done its job. It's now March, but about a week ago, Benji managed to sneak through the side. So I put up another couple of sort of makeshift pallets, which I had. That seemed to stop it for that day, but he's basically worked out ways of still getting through the remainder. Now, that pallet fencing was only temporary, or we were going to certainly cover it up eventually. But I think now it's got to the stage where I can't risk having him escape, basically. I don't know why he wants to escape. Nobody else would bloody have him. But the rabbit proofing only goes up to here. So we've got to increase that to about 1 metre. So I'm going to have to finish all of this section, but we're going to do it with something a bit better than the pallets. And then when I get up to here, then I'll replace those pallets, or at least put stuff in front of them, which will mask them to make a better job and it to be a nice looking fence. So it's a bit awkward because we have big tree stumps right in the way. But yeah, we're going to start today. It's the first week where we've had a reasonably good forecast. So let's crack on. Benji, should we do that fence for you? It is 95% of all of our dog troubles and hassles are from this little chap, aren't you? Hey? Hey? Yes, butter wouldn't friggin' melt, would it, eh? So we've got the first sort of 10 metres done. Really happy with it. We've got the sort of rabbit proofing going underneath and a good few inches sort of tucked underneath, which is good. Very happy that that is totally secure regarding the dogs. Now it stops there, and from there onwards there is one big gap which I've done a sort of temporary job on. Put a bit of rabbit proofing up there and just tied it in. But Benji's doing his best to investigate a way of getting through there. And then all of the rest of this is pretty secure, it just looks a bit of a mess. So that's tomorrow's job. I've worked out that the roll of chicken wire is 10 meters, and that comes to about where, well, between Benji and Eddie are at the moment. So it may well be that the last sort of couple of meters I'm just going to tidy up these pallets and put the best 2 pallets, which then leads to the compost bin. So you might have a couple of pallets in, but I'll be able to get rid of all of this sort of mishmash of different style pallets out of the way. And they're all very, very interested in it, as you can see. What do you reckon, Ed? Hey? You impressed? There's Benj, desperate to try and get through. He can't get through there, but he tries.
Got those to take down, and then also when I get down there, I think that my onions are going to need transplanting, so I'm going to do that today. So I'll show you that, how I do it. All those regular viewers that have been with me quite a while will know, but for those new ones it might be interesting to you. And also I am going to crack on with that floor. I got quite a few various comments, such as lino and things like that, and yeah, I did have a...
So we finally got some good weather, a couple of good days. Managed to get this fence done. It's just about finished. I've just got to tidy up a couple of things today, but I'll show you that now. So we've got the whole, it's about 20 odd meters, whatever that is in feet, I don't know. But yeah, 20 odd meters of fencing, all done. We've removed everything but the final pallet, because I ran out of the chicken wire. And to be honest with you, that very final pallet over there is pretty good. It's very solid, kind of fits in with the compost bin as well. So I'm quite content with that one staying there. So chicken wired behind. I didn't have to concrete it in the end, which was good. The posts went in nicely. It's protected already by the hedge itself, so it doesn't get windy, this, at all. If it's blowing from the other side, it gets protected by the hedge. If it's blowing from this side, it blows it into the hedge. So that is ample. It's very, very secure anyway. And that has taken a couple of days. So I've still got to just tidy up the what are they called? The ties, the zip ties. I've got to cut those back. I also want to just get a couple of the areas, like down there where Benji is now. I just need to get the chicken wire tied down a bit more, and maybe put a bit of soil over that as well, where it dips in certain areas. But overall, very happy with that. Eventually we're going to have to do this back fence as well, but that's going to have to be slightly different. Obviously the cows are on that side for a good 6 months of the year, so we have a kind of double fence. There's a barbed wire fence behind this one as well. So I don't know, some of it is very rotten, as you can see. But that's a long-term job. The dogs don't seem to be able to get out of there. I may well just do this little edge bit from the conifer to the corner in a similar sort of style to the other side that I've just done. and then work out what we're going to do with the back one eventually. But yeah, it's been a good couple of days. Great weather, thank God, and hopefully this afternoon I'm going to get the mower going, which I've just got out there, and I'm going to get the grass cut for the first time this year with my little helpers.